St. Patrick's Day is celebrated by millions of people all across the globe. The absence of snakes on Ireland gave rise to the stories of St. Patrick driving them into the sea. However, all evidence suggests that post-glacial Ireland never had snakes. At no time has there ever been any suggestion of snakes in Ireland. So there was nothing for Patrick to banish. People think the snakes were rather a metaphor for the Druids, who Patrick is said to have driven out of Ireland when he established Christianity there. But in my view, not only was the Emerald Island of Ireland overtaken by Nagas or semi-human reptilians in Buddhist mythology. This is where the myths of the dragon come from. The draconian creatures, as well as shape-shifting individuals, have been around for a long time. They live among us as royals and underneath us in domes, located not only in California, Nevada, and particular out near Dulce, New Mexico. The networks that extend throughout this world, as it did in ancient times. Of course, it's all hard to believe. Legend has it that these mythical beings overran Ireland, just as they had ancient India, Sri Lanka, and much of the ancient world. One part of this druid class were the bards, whose job it was to remember all of the history of the people, as well as record current events. Because the Irish Celts did not rely on written language, everything had to be memorised. Bards were poets and musicians, and used music and poetry to help them remember their history exactly. Because of this, bards were highly respected members of the Irish society. The Irish believed that history was very important, for if you didn't remember what happened in the past, you couldn't safely plan for the future. Bards, therefore, held the future of the people in safekeeping. Beowulf is the longest epic poem in Old English, the language spoken in Anglo-Saxon England before the Norman conquest. More than 3,000 lines long, Beowulf relates to the exploits of a hero and his successive battles with a monster named Grendel, with Grendel's revengeful mother, and with a dragon which was guarding a hoard of treasure. Any of you that's seen the film Beowulf, where Angelina Jolie is portrayed as a half snake, half woman, he makes love to her and gives birth to a child. But this is so similar to the story of the Scythian people. Is this also telling the story of St. Patrick? So if my account of history is correct, and we didn't come here till 6,000 years ago, Europeans, then that means then that the Nagas would have been here before us, and they would have been living in caves, and these would have been the leftover Anunnaki. Also the stories of giants in Ireland. Doesn't it all add up? We know the Anunnaki were giants, and the story of the Scythian people, yet their origin story, talked of Hercules making love to a half snake, half reptilian woman. And then you have these stories of the snake-headed woman in Greek mythology, half snake, half woman. So it's not just the Nagas in India, they're all throughout European culture.